difference lies in internal temperament and long-term historical accumulation of electricity.
The most soul-inspiring place where high mountains and flowing waters meet friends.
Chinese luxury has its own romance.
For me, design language is marketing rhetoric, but the new Hongqi H9 is an exception, with solemnity rooted in its design.
It is rare that the concept of central axis can be used in a bright executive and car model, especially when you learn Mr. Liang Xicheng's evaluation of Zhongzhou. You will even be in awe.
On the new Hongqi H9, Oriental aesthetics spread in the 5137mm car factory, combining aesthetic of this era with administrative sense. The new straight waterfall dot matrix lamps are unique, piercing far with beams that seem to see through hearts. Future middle city romance will soar with alpine waterfalls, reflected in words full of Oriental culture.
He is also in line with the rigorous realm of ancient calligraphy masters, thoughtful, meticulous, dignified, and symmetrical. To violate neatness, to use public blade masters to use proficiency as their abilities, to combine hardness with softness, and to compete with each other.
Calligraphy and painting have always been together. If there's calligraphy, there's painting, achieving outstanding results. When you open the car door, you will find that the new Hongqi H9 has interpreted Chinese landscape painting, the most profound precipitation of Chinese human resources. The double bottle unfolded through the picture scroll, and the criminal revealed its brilliance. He seemed to want to give the next definition in his heart.
Too many luxury cars can't wait to export those expensive materials to you, but I think that's a bit too tight. The top of the new Hongqi H9 is solid wood.
Carbon fiber. Pick out ceramics casually, and the rich design, which has always been characterized by endless Oriental civilization and fashion, must have some kind of chemical reaction without the superposition of quantity. So its owner, I believe everyone will naturally sit in this position.
The intelligent control system in the rear row has achieved the supreme authority to share a wide and comfortable interior atmosphere, creating a rest mode and lightly touching the taxi window glass for milliseconds. Even if the light response completely isolates ultraviolet rays from visible light, the rotation of day and night becomes a breeze on the new red flag H9. The LC Wuji Palace light glass with dye liquid crystal dimming technology can be adjusted at a wide temperature of -20 degrees to 85 degrees, and the optical imaging of the SLR camera with twisting the lens is meaningless. In the viewfinder, the hard-to-find focus is hidden behind the night. The wise man has already gained insight into the opportunity. How to define the quietness of the bright red GH9 in the only field of noise reduction in the world? You can always believe in the strength of the boss, and the functions of sound insulation acoustic glass, adaptive feed-forward active noise reduction, etc. are enough to explain the situation inside the cabin just for this person.
After a moment of silence, it was clear enough what an executive and luxury car should look like when the boss sounded with a melodious leap of farewell speakers for 10 times. I think air suspension is a must-have for luxury cars in this era. Although it is also called air spring, the interior is completely adjusted by airbags, and the filtering of road feedback is unlike the physical hard connection of metal springs. This floating feeling is the biggest difference between the two. Even if the 3.0T pendulum speeds up, it will firmly hold the car body with milliseconds and feedback. This is why you always see Kongshuan and Feifei partnering. One absorbs kinetic energy, the other releases it. Relaxed front, rear pitch and roll is luxury. Driving is also a pleasant thing. What about the optimized home? After subtraction, the visual openness is slightly higher than the sense of surrounding the heart, which will form subjective safety protection. This can only be felt when you do it here. Intelligent driving assistance is the main theme of this era. He has never left behind new models. Even the number of laps of the steering wheel has been reduced, and the feeling of empty cars has become more obvious. Today, when new energy is mentioned in large scale, V6 power is matched with 4-wheel drive and ZF gearbox from Bavarian Automobile Factory. The mechanical configuration is the precious gem of industrial expense. The new Hongqi H9 adds a 3.0 TV6 engine with 337 horsepower, which can release 4 driving modes at will, and 4 faces are like insects. This is a grasp of the degree and the great wisdom of the first independently developed intelligent 4-wheel drive system.
Double improvements make behavior control easy. Steady and far-reaching progress achieved.
Getting off the bus again seems to have experienced a baptism. When looking at the outside world through the window of the car, looking at the people in a hurry, looking at the endless shuttle cars, it seems that I really substitute myself into the role of worrying about the world before worrying about the world. Happy and happy, this luxury is the benchmark.